Look, any kind of drugs on a spiritual path, especially if you're on the spiritual path, any kind of drugs give you a certain fantasy. But does it last long? It doesn't last. Any kind of drug is superficial. What you're aiming is something which is permanent, not superficial. Not only when you take the drugs, you're in a very high state. I think so, I don't know. I'm already in that high. I'm always in that high state, so I can't tell you really whether it don't diminish, you know. So it's quite difficult for me to tell you when you go high or you go low. So that kind of high, you know, you aim for something which you don't need something external. And that what God has placed inside of you is eternal. You don't need to use something to experience. Because when you use something external to experience, it is still bound by Maya. That's why when the effect is gone, does the problem disappear? Does your worry disappear? No, you're trying to find excuses. Often people take this as an excuses. Yeah. I don't say there's certain culture which have control, you know. But this is under guidance of the spiritual leader, you know, like the shaman, all this, you know. There's a great culture which they do take, I don't know, certain things to experience. But even that, what they experience, if you see, they experience the low quality of, in the line of, they will always experience like animal, plants, and so, you know, the lowest form of nature. They don't experience the high state of bliss. So, what I would suggest is very difficult. It's one have to be very careful, you know? Because you want something permanent. You want something which is eternal. You don't need something outside to experience that.